Welcome back to the 11th episode of Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio. I am Tim Huber, and this is Ron Hughes, my co-host for the evening.
Hello.
And we are back, and we're live. And there's 8 people in the... Wow. Hello.
With how hot it was, I'm half alive.
Half alive, dude.
Half alive.
It was a good day. I'm not. I told myself I won't complain about the heat. I will not complain about the heat.
Real? Well, you hate the cold that bad.
I hate the cold that bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was brutal. It was fun though. It was a good day. Yeah. It was a good day. I've never sweat more in my eyes than I did today. I'm actually making up for it because I've had to run and go pee for a few times before the show because I'm killing myself trying to get more water into me.
Flomax.
It was crazy. I mean, I had one job today to where I drank, 2 body armors and 2 bottles of water, and it all just sweated out. There was no going to the bathroom, It was crazy hot today.
I still use my little backpack, my little straw.
Yeah. Like a NASCAR driver hitting windows.
Everybody kind of laughs at it.
So tonight we are going to talk a little marketing. We're going to talk about how we kind of build up through Ron and I have different ways that we came up into business.
Different philosophies, I would say.
Yeah, he likes to spend money. I don't. So
I don't know about
I'm
that.
a cheapskate when it comes to certain things. But for those that did purchase the Sorbo 4th of July shirt, I did mail out the CDs today. I want to Sorbo said something about sending some more. I'm going to see if you'll autograph the next one.
There you go.
Yeah, and get those out. So I'll say something to him tomorrow. Marketing's so up in the air now.
Well, before you get into that, you probably ought to go into your next big topic of where aren't we syndicated now? To where you
shoot. Yeah. You can listen to us anywhere now.
Yeah, you can listen to us while you're working, while you're on the weekend. You're fishing or whatever. You listen to us now.
Right.
So.
I think iTunes is weird, man. I'm not sure if we're on iTunes yet, but we're on everything else. So iTunes is taking the longest to get on. But any other place that you want to watch or listen to the podcast, you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're there. iHeart, Amazon, Spotify, all of them.
Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, like the video. Hey, do me a favor if you're in the live chat. I mean, share to your favorite group one time for us. That'd be great. Let's get some more people in here. So, can we do the marketing now?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I forget anything else?
No.
So no, marketing's really weird right now. Where everything's changing and evolving. I came up. As far as the residential went, I came up through the daily deal sites, the Angie's List, the Groupon, stuff like that. Nobody trusts Angie's anymore.
No.
They're part of the scam group. What Home Advisor or whatever, they got bought out by them now. Plus, I mean...
I don't deal with them at all. I know one time to boost your numbers, you talked me into joining all that stuff one time, and I rolled into my first one, and I did the house, and they didn't even tell me there was a Groupon until after the house was done.
Yeah, Groupon's pretty wild. I'm not an expert in marketing, and I truly, if you have the cash, pay somebody to help you with it. But with dealing with the daily deal sites, what it taught me was how to sell in packages. That was the biggest thing. So, I mean, not only do I sell in packages, I also sell through my website. So, I mean, I sell packages all week long, and Leah schedules them, we go do them. You know what I mean? So I essentially sell through the web store. The packaging can be good as far as marketing on Facebook even, because you can put out a price. A lot of people are saying, hey, call me for an estimate. Everybody says that, Yeah. I mean, $5 a gallon, you don't want to do estimates right now, Package your stuff, get it in a package, get a low number, not the $99 guy, but I'll be the $199 guy,
Well, what's funny is I don't advertise my prices. I don't think, unless my daughter-in-law did that for me. But I know I have done phone quotes instead of $5 a gallon. I'm like, hey, tell me how many windows you have.
Right.
How many up and down windows you have, how many sliding windows you have. And 9 times out of 10, they're not even close.
Yeah,
as far as count.
It was as far as that. I mean, Leah does most of that for us now. You know, I don't really have. You know, she just does it all. I mean, she gets excited. You know,
you always have those customers down in the Hockin Hills that say, "Hey, we're on 2-story." So you drive all the way out there, and they are a 2-story.
Yeah,
but they're built on a cliff.
Yeah,
So basically, you're looking at 4 or 5 stories in there.
Well, you carry everything on your truck anyway, or on your van. So, I mean, if you got to pop out your water fed pole, you just pop it out.
Well, this is before I had it.
Yeah. Do they even have the water pressure down there, though?
It doesn't take that much to
Really?
run. Yeah. I mean, you're not...
I'm not knowledgeable on water fed pole.
I think they only put out a gallon and a half per minute.
Yeah.
It's not like a power washer needing like 6, 7, 8 gallons a minute.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, as far as building our companies, Ron and I took, I mean, you can go over your commercial if you want to do that. I mean, but...
Well, I think I see in other groups where everybody asks how to even get into window cleaning. How did you start? And, I think people think that they can just go out and build a business overnight, and it doesn't work that way. I was still doing home improvements when I first got into window cleaning.
Right. I think that's where we're going to have to all go here over the next year, though, anyway. We're going to have to get that residual income, that side hustle, to kind of make up it for everything. But sorry, I apologize.
Actually, the window cleaning was a side hustle for the home improvements, because back in the mid 80s, late 80s, the economy was that's kind of like it is now.
They're taking us to the 70s, bro.
Yeah.
We're going to the 70s.
But anyway, I was doing home improvements maybe 3-4 days a week and doing window cleaning 1-2 days. That's all I had.
Right.
And then I just slowly kept building, and before long it swapped. I was doing window cleaning 4 days a week and home improvements 1.
Well, I mean, you always taught us in commercial that if it's gonna take you a year to build in commercial, and I mean, you can guarantee you're not gonna have those account. I mean, because you're going into lowball.
Yeah.
When you're building your lowballing, so you're gonna, as you build your routes, you eventually drop those low balls down, and that's where we get where Heath is today.
I could see that. But I don't know. I remember my first year, I think I talked about quitting every single day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that isn't building fast enough.
Right.
Kind of like this. Yeah. But I'm like, because I expected to be like...
you want to be a superstar overnight.
I thought it'd be like Chase and have $500,000 overnight.
Yeah.
But not happening. We have, 11? So we're close. But anyway, I mean, building from that perspective, I mean, it was just hitting the pavement, doing a lot of, I had more no's than yeses, right, as far as going door to door and just going up and down the strips and handing out cards. And it was pretty brutal as far as commercial-wise. As far as residential, you're the one who kept saying, hey, you got to try this residential. And I'm like, no, I got my comfy, my little blankie here, and I'm very comfortable where I'm at. And eventually I kind of took the leap of faith and started doing residential. But
I mean, you did a complete 180 from you actually bought a company.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that was the fastest way. At that time, I think I had 10 guys working.
Quite a few, yeah.
So I think that what I did was I put everything on autopilot, that those 10 guys can handle that. And I'm like, I can go down here and I could buy out another company. And, that started me off with, I bet you that started me off with 700 residential overnight.
Yeah.
Just by buying out that other company.
Right.
So it was a different experience. But as far as marketing, I mean, do you guys still canvass like neighborhoods with your flyers?
We don't. I tried to buy flyers this year, and Vistaprint just screwed them up bad. Like, they're blurry. So I'm back to handing out the business cards again. Well,
what's funny is you was doing like the canvassing of neighborhoods, and you had a lot of social media stuff going on with your deals and stuff. And I think with me, I think I chose the route of, the yellow pages, which everyone says that's just a dead thing.
Well, that's where our clientele is still looking, though, sometimes.
I mean, the older clientele that has the disposable income, that's where they still look. I mean, so I still do the yellow pages, but, buying out the company, word of mouth was a big asset. But I think what helps me a lot is every new vehicle I get, my wife's like, don't put letters on them. Don't put signage on them.
Right.
And I'm like, it's crazy because every vehicle that I have, I put the permanent letters on there. I don't have the ones that you take off.
Right.
And I think Henry and one of the other groups was saying something about taking his signs on and off. And I'm like, I leave mine on all the time. What's funny is I even took a company truck on vacation one time. My wife's like, this is ridiculous. And it was funny because we stopped in at Timbuktu to do some shopping. And I think I had 3 people come up and say, hey, can you give us an estimate?
Right.
I'm like, dude, I'm on vacation.
Right.
Get a hold of your local guy. But it was like the signage. And then because every time I'm out, when I get signage on my vehicle, I know it probably looks stupid, but when I go to my sign guy, I say, I want to see window cleaning. When I walk out of the store, like Walmart or wherever we're at, I want my vehicle to be the first one you see.
Right.
So, I mean, I got these big, tall letters on the side of my van that says window cleaning.
I almost did it to my truck just because you're a van. It's like, I'm just going to do it.
But I guarantee you that has sold me probably 20 jobs just because I pull into a neighborhood. It's like some of the condo associations that we go into.
Yeah.
I feel like that ice cream truck with little kids, but they're adults. They're waving their credit cards or their cash behind us saying, hey, do you have time to do us? And, I don't know if you've ever been in that position, but you're on that schedule and you're being asked to do like 5 or 6 more condos. And you're like, hey, call in and get on the schedule. But at the same time, you're like, hey, I'm here.
If Joey and I are working together, we'll usually pop an extra couple of them off.
Just pop them off.
Yeah, I mean, because by the time we get into, she's got us in a whole we're there a couple of days, and you know what I mean. We got one coming up.
But
next
at the
week.
same time, I mean, after when it's this hot and you've cleaned so much glass, when do you become an ineffective window cleaner? I mean, there's times that we clean so much glass that I'm like, if I see another window, I just want to bust it out. But I don't want to clean any more windows today. I mean, I really enjoy doing it, but I'm done for that day.
I get there. I'll be there by November. Lewis, yeah. It's anytime you take a 15-year-old out for his first day, he was very, very pleasant all day, especially when I paid him. But as soon as he got a friend around, I was an idiot again. So
yeah,
there you go. He has to work with me. He's working with me. What's today? Wednesday, and then I'm giving him Thursday off. He's working with me Friday, and then he has to work. He works at the cafe with Leah on the weekend, so he'll work Saturday, Sunday. He's got to get vacation money. We're 4 weeks out tomorrow.
Wow.
Counting the days. I'm ready.
Did you ever figure out the flights?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
We're 4 weeks out. They can really mess with you. Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. They're going to cancel flights. Southwest sent us, you're set, but you're never set. Ever, ever, ever. So we'll see.
You're doing Southwest?
There. American on the way back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, we're flying back out of Melbourne. You don't want to take that trip into Orlando. It's 20 minutes to Melbourne. And,
My wife's just gotten so accustomed to traveling with the dogs, and she's like, I do not want them underneath. So I have to literally, if we was to fly, I'd have to buy 5 more seats.
We're paying our niece to stay at the house for the week so the dogs don't get lonely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't take have you ever taken dogs with you on? Really?
Yeah, my dogs wouldn't know what to do on vacation.
And
we got the puppy, so the puppy's she's a little rambunctious. Man, we got her spayed last week, and she's just all over. Now she's got her energy back, and so she's crazy right
She's
now.
not moping anymore or crying around.
No, she's doing awesome. She had real tears in her eyes, though. The day she came, it broke my heart. Broke my heart.
Huh.
And then I'm always yelling at her for chasing the chipmunks, and then the cat comes walking up with 2 chipmunks the other day. Not my cat, the neighborhood cat. Right in its mouth. Killing the chipmunks.
And Jason is saying it's 116 in his kitchen today.
That's Jason, the Big Apple Cafe.
Oh, Big Apple. Okay. I'm like, I also had 116 in the kitchen. If he's
and he's really big and fat. So that's like killer
that's
for
not
him.
nice to say.
It's Jason. It's Jason. No, he's he works there. I mean, he's in the in front of that what is it? Grill. He's in front of that 6 days a week.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
That is a hot job this time of year. No joke.
You trying to get it? You trying to recruit him?
No.
Is that why he's watching?
God, no. No, he's too good at what he does.
Yeah.
He'd be stupid to come do what we do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus, he's got a bum knee.
Just remember that.
No, he's
you have to be
he's
stupid
big
to be a
chief.
window cleaner.
He's big chief over there, man. Why would
Yeah.
he want to come work for somebody?
No,
Nah, he's doing all right. He's a good guy. He's my happy hour guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the guys we happy hour with. So, we're not doing that this month, so I can't happy hour with anybody. It's getting really annoying too. Hot day. Only thing you want to do is go home and have a beer, right? Not this month.
not this month.
No, we're doing sober June.
So
No alcohol.
So that's just all of June, and
All of June.
So that's why you're a month out. When you go to Florida, you'll be back on.
I hope.
You hope.
They're doing it down there, and they're like, "Oh, we're enjoying life. No more alcohol." That kind of ruins vacation.
Wow.
I got to deal with these kids sober.
Yeah.
That's going to be no fun. No, but so I built. Obviously, you did set sweat equity also the way you bought the company, but I mean, I went full bore sweat equity.
Yeah.
With the Groupons, the Angie's List, all that. I would never recommend those at all. It probably slowed down our growth by 2 years to where we are now. I feel like a summer law is going to happen this year. I haven't had a summer law in 2 years, but I feel like it's going to happen this year. Just with not only with the economy, but everybody's kind of going back to work.
Well,
So,
everybody's traveling too.
Yeah.
I mean, for the last 2 years, everybody was home. They're like, we want to be able to see out the window.
I mean, I really don't have to. I literally only spend like a couple $100 on Facebook a month now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have to spend like we used to spend, just for the fact that all the customers we gain over 8 years, or we have a lot of repetitive. So we're just kind of filling in.
Well, when you say repetitive, I know one thing that we do is we do direct mailing.
Yeah.
I think that with my software that I have, I instantly put all new customers into that software, and we have very specific dates in the fall and then the spring where we do our direct mailing.
No.
And I tell you what, it's like when that direct mailing, and we mail it to all our current customers. I don't just canvas like zip codes or anything like that. I mail out. If I have 1,000 customers, that's how many mailings I send out.
There's some really good guys on Facebook, or that you can go and learn. They give it free in the groups. You know what I mean? But as far as my targeting and stuff, I let Facebook pick it out now because they're doing a really good job. I let the whole AI thing do it. But I mean, I do 30 miles, 40 miles out, depending on what it is. I put in Newark. 40 miles out.
They put in my hometown.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting to the point that I don't even like going past 70.
Really?
I mean, I'm getting to that point because we're getting bigger in Newark. In Granville, I'm getting bigger in. So my area, I mean, I'm going to Pickerington. I like Pickerington. I enjoy Pickerington, but it's still 45 minutes away.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'd rather build New Albany, which is 25 minutes away. But we'll see where that goes. But as far as, I mean, I enjoy that. I'll tell you, even the town crier, the little paper books you get in the mail, that little magazines we get in New York with all the coupons and stuff, those people stay busy. Whoever has an ad in there, the carpet cleaner stays busy all the time. I've never just bit the bullet on it.
Never would have even thought about that.
But they go to like 40,000 homes.
I did that Val Pack one time.
I remember that.
That was
a hot mess.
Yeah, that was just that was a joke.
Yeah.
So I'd probably never do that.
Well, you're in there with 85 other coupons and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think when people see that big clump of coupons, 90% of the people just kind of pitch them that they don't even take them.
I had a ad for a company out of, I don't know, Springfield or something like that over top me in Newark because they're a paid ad. So
Right.
I just don't trust. I mean, I see guys out there paying, spending $400 a day
Wow.
on Google Ads.
Yeah.
I mean, they must be making the money for it if they can spend $400 a day.
Either that or they're going in the hole.
I mean, these are power washers too, though. So, I don't know.
See, with power washing, we don't even advertise that. It's just on the side of the van for my current customers to see that we offer that.
Right.
And surprisingly, the lettering on the van when you're sitting there. And it's funny because I strategically parked that at somebody's house to where it's basically like a billboard.
Yeah.
So anybody driving up and down the road will see my van.
I think marketing's in a transformation right now. I feel like it's going to be hard, man. We're getting ready to go through something. Something's coming. We can feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole nation feels it. We don't know where it's going to go, how it's going to land. They're raising interest rates today, aren't they? Or tomorrow? Going up a whole 0.75%. They're going to get us up to 12 and 14% interest.
The only thing
rates.
I've been paying attention on is I think you're allowed to carry a gun now here in Ohio without having a concealed carry.
I
think that went into the law
that
yesterday.
went in yesterday, and then today they did the teachers, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the school districts opting out of that.
Really?
Like, obviously there's an issue there or something that's going on. I mean, I'm not trying to go either way because they're all crooked. But if something's going on...
As far as the gun law or...
No, as far as like what's going on with these recent school shootings and stuff like that. But or both sides of the party. Like,
Right.
There's not a good, true blue or red. We just got to quit fighting for teams and start fighting for us.
Right.
That's where we need to be at the end of the day. But the inflation's going to where we don't know, and then you got these teachers sitting there going, "I'm not going to protect my kids." If I don't want the pew-pews in the classrooms, man. So their school districts are opting out of that bill. They're not going to allow teachers to carry guns at all.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know my school district is going to be like, yeah, we got them loaded up. AR-15s, shotguns, you got it.
Park the tank up front.
Yeah. I mean, my school district didn't ever make the kids put masks on school bus or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I live out in the country, man. Whoa.
I got gun laws on the brain now, but I think that, for countries that has banned guns, crime rates has gone through the roof. For countries that require every head of household to own a gun, they have the lowest crime rates ever. So it's my belief that if everybody has a gun, people's going probably I carry, but I hope that I never have to draw it. What's funny is I've drawn it twice in my life, and both times it's been on my kids.
I don't know if I'd say that out loud.
Well, I think one time we live by ourselves now, so I think one time my youngest son had came home from the beach at like 3:00 in the morning. Didn't tell us anything. Well, nature calls 3:00 in the morning, so I get up and I notice lights on out in the barn in my shed where I have thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and I usually have it locked up, and I'm like, who's out there? So I go out and I take a defensive position and go ahead and draw my weapon.
Are you out there like butt ass naked, like with just a holster on? Like,
I mean, I got my 6-shooter. But anyway, it's like, I draw down and I'm like, you better come out, show your hands.
I hope we never get to the day that we go to war on this land. I just hope we never get there.
Oh, it's already here.
I know, but I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
A lot of dads taking care of their sons, making sure they're okay. But I mean, we got Gen X is eventually going to wake up.
Yeah.
We're going to wake up in this. I don't know. They're going to do whatever they want, I guess.
It's funny how you guys, most generations don't wake up until they're in their late 50s, early 60s, and then they're really too old to do anything about anything anyway. If they would have woke up in their 30s or 40s, they might have had some kind of say.
Now, listen, 9/11 happens, and this is just my thought on this. I don't care what side of the party you are on. I don't care. Columbine happens, 9/11 happens. So the difference between Columbine and 9/11 is as soon as 9/11 happened, stricter security every airport. There's locks on planes. There's all this. Columbine happens, and we don't post people up in our schools. What's going on? Why? What's that about?
I don't know.
And now we got teachers saying, "Oh, and I get it. I mean, I wouldn't want to have that on top. I mean, they're already paying for supplies and stuff like that. That's the most corrupt system, anyways, the school system.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to be. I mean, they should pay extra, obviously, if they're carrying a weapon to protect. But I mean, it's just a hard subject, man.
Well, I think one thing that draws to mind is Columbus hosts the Quarter Horse Congress. I don't know if you know about that or not. The big horse event. They're kind of not as big as the Schwarzenegger thing, but
that's huge too.
That's huge too.
Yeah.
But the Quarter Horse, I think some guy broke into this hotel room where there's 10 little old ladies, and you think somebody going to an event like that, they have to have cash. So he broke in with a gun to rob them.
Yeah.
Well, there's like 10 little ladies, and they're all from Texas. Well, guess what?
They all got guns?
They all had guns, and they all had them drawn, and they held them at gunpoint until they came and rescued them, really.
Yeah, I want to get away from this kind of political game that we're politicizing the death of children. I just don't want to do that anymore. I don't want that for the country. I don't want my kids to see it, This is something, we didn't have this stuff growing up.
Pro Wash in Missouri wants to know how the train went with the youngin'.
That's what I said earlier with Lewis. That was horrible.
It was horrible.
No, I was just, it went fine. It went fine, and then he called me an idiot afterwards, so. After he was paid. He waited until he was paid.
I think with my youngest, I literally had to bribe him. This is back, I'm wanting to say in the late 90s. It might have been in the early 2000s, but anyway.
How old is Dallas?
How old's your brother? 28, 29, something like that? He's
I don't know.
He's old enough to get married because he's getting married. But anyway, when he was young, I mean, he was 14, 15 years old, and I had him out.
Tell everybody why his name's Dallas.
Because that's where he's made. No.
Somebody's still a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I'm still a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
But I'm a Cowboys fan from before all the free agency happened. I mean, you had your Roger Staubach, your Tony Dorsett.
You follow players now.
I don't. I was behind that team. I mean, you had the steel curtain in Pittsburgh. And
man, most NFL people don't sway from their teams, though. I mean, Browns fans are still diehard Browns fans, period. They don't care if they're losing every year. They're still a Browns fan, man.
That's a whole
I'm a bandwagon jumper.
That Deshaun. I mean,
I haven't been paying attention. I heard some things, but I mean, they wouldn't have, if there was something there, why would they have done it?
They're talking about banning him for a year.
Really?
And if they do, they've already upset Baker.
But I mean, he's still under contract, isn't he?
Yeah, but he could say, I stubbed my toe, I'm not playing. So they're just left with.
He's a player, though. I mean, he's about winning.
He's upset, though.
Well, yeah, he has every right to be right now.
Yeah. But,
But it depends on who you talk to. Joe Burrow came in, he came in with a chip on his shoulder, especially leaving here. He left here with the chip on his shoulder and went and said, hey, F you, Ohio State, this is what I can do. Right. He's an Ohio-born kid from Athens, and now he's leading Cincinnati. I mean, he did really well.
Right.
He did it, man.
But
he's
I think
dreams.
instead of like following teams and everything, I think I try to keep track of where old Ohio State players went.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the Saints, I think they just draft nothing but Ohio State players. Because
it used to be Ohio State Vikings up there in Minnesota all through the 90s, man. They always grabbed the Ohio State players.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was always, that's back when, I still watch the Vikings here and there, but
they still have a team?
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I am a big bandwagon jumper. I will jump on a band. I don't buy shirts or I don't care. I just like watching football.
Did you jump on the Bengals?
They're at the end, of course.
Yeah,
they're an Ohio team.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Browns fan gave them respect there. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
They're going to give them more respect than they probably are at Pittsburgh or anybody like that, if that makes sense. But,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's just certain players that I like to watch. Ohio State's just our core,
Right.
I'll fight you over money for them, so it doesn't matter. So I can't. But I watch all college football, like from noon until, I fall asleep at night. I'm watching football.
Right.
And I take every Saturday off in football season. And if I have to work the weekend, I work Sunday.
I think I always look for the underdogs. I mean, you're probably too young to remember like Doug Flutie.
Oh no.
You remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, they said you'd never be a quarterback because you're too short.
Yeah.
And, he was blowing stuff up. I think he won the national championship.
He went to
Boston
USFL.
College. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Then he came into the NFL.
Right.
He was a part of the Chicago Bears for a while. I was a big Bears fan for Super Bowl 20 too, though.
Yeah.
I remember I went up to the Hall of Fame in 80. So they won in 86. So I went to the Hall of Fame in 87, just stacked on them memorabilia and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. And have you been to the Hall of Fame lately?
A what?
The Football Hall of Fame, NFL, up in Canton?
I've been up there years ago.
It's been years since I want to go up there.
Yeah.
I wonder who's playing in the Hall of Fame game this year.
Bet you probably 2 football teams.
Well, yeah, I bet you do. It's a horrible game, but I wouldn't mind going seeing it.
Well, they're probably not playing any starters. I think one year Dallas was there, and I was going to probably go up for that, but I didn't end up making it.
I wouldn't mind going down. I'd priced out tickets to Ohio State. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you hear about the car? You didn't hear about the car that quarterback Stroud's driving?
Dude, they came out and said, we need $31 million to pay these players this year just to get the football team on the field. Like, what?
That Neil deal?
Yeah.
He, someplace up in Akron gave him like a $200,000.
Oh, they all get cars, man. It was Mark Wahlberg last year. Hooked them all up.
Well, he's driving a $200,000 car.
That's amazing, man. At least these guys are getting paid a little bit,
Right. But I think it's just for one season he has to give it back.
Yeah.
But
drive it like you don't own it. Drive it like a rental.
It'd be like that one movie with Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, it was always football's always had an unfair advantage. Basketball, you go into play as a freshman, you're gone. You don't even have to go to college to get in the NBA.
Right.
And then when I was growing up, you had to be a senior to leap. You had to finish your senior season to even get drafted. And then they finally pushed it back to junior.
Right.
But, come on, man. These kids, that is the most brutal sport there is out there.
Well, now you got all these transfer portals and, I don't agree with any of that.
We went straight to a phone conversation, didn't we?
And you can leave, what, your sophomore year, junior year? Junior year,
yeah.
So
I liked it when they got the transfer portal thing in because that was fair.
Really,
I think it was fair. Absolutely. If Joe Burrow would have been stuck at Ohio State and not had the opportunity to go LSU, he wouldn't have been a high draft pick or anything.
To me, it knocked out. If they have that transfer, then they should have to repay some
absolutely not
some of the scholarship back.
No. These college football.
You done another kid out of the scholarship,
dude. These universities make so much money off these kids.
Oh, yeah.
So much money.
You know what? You're pretty argumentative tonight. Don't make me get one of these guitars off the wall and smash you over the head.
You got honky tonk me, mammy. No, they literally. Dude, you go up there to Ohio State.
Just in case, which one of these is the cheapest guitar? That one over there.
We know he doesn't have his wallet on him, Chase. Don't let him hit me with any of them. No, they had even that hospital up there. Are you kidding me, man? They're Taj Mahal's up there. The campus is ridiculous. It's all built off that football program.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
But look how many sports you're carrying off football.
That's always been their excuse to keep these kids from getting paid.
Yeah.
You kidding me? No. You're charging $56,000 like a year and stuff, and it's crazy, dude. They just raised tuition again.
So welcome to the Sports Talk Show. I don't know where we went off. What was we supposed to be talking about?
Marketing and it's like a fun conversation with us.
Yeah,
it really is.
But getting back to marketing.
We got Packers fan in here. We can change the subject now.
Oh no. Well, but getting back to marketing, I know a lot of guys they can't wait to get home and they rip their gear off and they put on street clothes and stuff, my wife is constantly yelling at me. I'll go on vacation and I'll wear my logoed stuff. And she goes, why are you wearing your work shirts on vacation? I'm like, for one, if I'm going to be in something for 16 hours a day, you bet you I'm going to buy the most comfortable. So they're 90% comfortable than a regular shirt.
Are you Facebook friends with Josh Schoaf?
Josh who?
Schoaf up in Akron. I think that dude put his babies in Joshua the window cleaner gear. Yeah, like I mean everything. It's great, dude. His kids are all about it. They all wear the hats, the shirts. I mean, that dude he's mastered that.
One time I went to our local football game and I had on my company jacket.
Right.
And it's like one of the big wigs on the board seen me standing on the sidelines with my logo jacket, and he's like, "Hey, we need to get an estimate for the whole school district." And of course, I gave them an estimate, and they couldn't afford it. But
right, I'm going to do some volunteer work. Last year, I did the works, so I might do a school this year. Yeah. I mean, I like to have the community hours build up just in case. You never know.
I did consider when the virus was out pretty bad. I did consider going out and using my soft wash machine on like playground equipment because I mean my grandkids was going to that school. Yeah. So I never did it, but I considered it.
I considered it. It was thought that counted. No, I do. I like to do that. I like to go, but it's got to be something I know is not being done by somebody at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Although I have had a bounty. I put a $10 bounty on a certain. I've never, ever taken any signs at all, ever in my life. I would never yank up another company's sign. But when you try to screw a guy over on money, and it gets blasted out, I'll put a bounty on your signs, especially when you're trying to grow in our area.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to quit my job and just go around. You said $10 a sign?
$10 a sign.
I'll drive my big
I'm going to mail them back to him, or I'm going to get them back to him. I'm not going to like destroy them or anything. I'm not going to go that far. But yeah, if he gets his due paid off, have at it. I don't care. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't know.
I don't know all the backstory on that. I try to stay out of all your guys' drama there.
It's not my drama. I just picked it up on another podcast.
Gotcha. But
you know what I mean?
It's something, I think when I was training people, I'm like, if windowsills look good, glass looks good, don't bid on the job. It's somebody's livelihood.
Yeah, I mean,
so when you see signs out like that, that's somebody's livelihood.
I know, and I wouldn't have touched them. I wouldn't have touched them at all. But.
We're sitting here on this podcast and we're bragging about, being 6-7 weeks out. I think if I was a window cleaner, I'd probably be saying something like, hey, I'm going to go here because evidently
I'm only
they can't
2.5 weeks out, buddy.
I'm desperate for work. I don't even have
anything.
Come
put signs in my house.
I don't even have anything to do tomorrow.
No, if he gets to where he's squared up with that dude, I'll stop what I'm doing. Right. I've only gotten 2 so far.
Only 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got those yourself.
I did.
Right.
Yeah, so I paid myself.
Did you?
Yeah. I'll get them back to him. I'm not going to destroy him. And if he pays them off, then I'll put them back up myself. I'll go around and put his signs up. You're just not going to make money off me while you're doing this to my dude. You know what I mean?
Do you use yard signs?
No.
No.
I used to.
I have them, and I think one of my customers asked me if I had one. That they're like, "Hey, leave it here because we're having like a parade of homes," and I'm like, "Sure, here you go." But I didn't go back and see if it was up or anything. But
right,
so I have them, but I think I'd be that person that I wouldn't yank the other guy's sign out, but I'd either put my sign kind of like I did the Yellow Pages. I put it right beside it, and it would be bigger.
I would never, ever. I mean, I see signs all the time. I don't care. You know what I mean? There's so much work out there. It's just there's just a backstory to this guy, and it's kind of shady. And you're just not going to do that. No, I'm not trying to be the window cleaning police. And like I said, I will put the signs back up immediately after I know this dude's been paid. You feel me?
No.
Oh. I'm trying to do the right thing.
But stay out of other people's business.
I know, but
that's the right thing.
I know, but I know. I don't want to start that kind of war in the area, but who knows? So what's your plans for this weekend? You working?
Probably not. I mean, my wife changed plans on me at the last minute, last Saturday. And I'm like, hey, if that's what if that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that. And I was able to, we're so far behind that I was able to call somebody Friday night and say, hey, I could be there in the morning. They're like, go ahead and come.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like I was tricked into working last Saturday.
I think we tricked people into thinking we were talking about marketing.
But I think this weekend, I had planned on building like a pergola on the deck.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that deck is ridiculous. Like the Taj Mahal of decks.
Well, no, the reason why I was thinking pergola is I've bought several swing sets for the grandkids over the years.
Yeah.
And, then for whatever reason, they stopped coming over because we live so far out. That maybe they just stop coming over, and I just get tired of mowing around a big rainbow wooden swing set.
Right.
So I give it away.
Right.
I think
then they start coming around. I buy a new one.
I think I'm on my third or fourth swing set now.
Yeah.
So my idea now is to build this pergola on our deck because I always wanted one, and hang the swings from it.
That's smart. That's
brilliant.
Smart.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't have to mow around it.
Yeah.
I could take them and flip them up in the rafters when the little guys isn't there. But if they are there, obviously, and then I'm probably going to cut down some of the railing and shoot the slides off the deck. And
it's great to be a grandpa, huh?
yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I took the youngest of all of them to the zoo on Sunday.
I've seen that.
So that was
I didn't get an invite. Chase, you get an invite? No, Chase didn't get an invite.
Well, we thought about it. I mean, Chase is known to say, hey, Dad, you want to go out to eat? And I'm like, sure, I'll go out to eat. When? He goes, well, we're being seated right now. So as a little bit of my payback, I was going to actually call him as we're flying down 70, as we're passing his house and saying, hey, you want to go to the zoo?
Ron, you want to go to dinner? I'm going to forget my wallet at home.
But it's like, we have some plans with the grandkids. We're going to the Nitro Circus on the 24th.
Where's that at? Shad or Nationwide?
Columbus.
Oh, it's outside. Oh, yeah. Oh, outside.
Is it the old Clippers Stadium?
No, it's the new Clippers Stadium.
New Clippers
Yeah,
Stadium,
right there by the, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah. So.
Man, you guys are going to be close, huh? Yeah, all that seating's real. I mean, it's right there.
We're going to get to hang out with Ryan Williams.
That's awesome.
What's funny is when I was looking at the venue, you could buy cheap seats way on the. They're setting the track up parallel along with the first base line.
Yeah.
While the seats in the outfield, they're super cheap.
Yeah, which is crazy because there's not a bad seat in that place.
But the seats up on the first base foul line,
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
You ever been to a concert at the, what's it called now? LC. It was the LC. Promo West. It's like, I don't know, whatever company bought the naming rights. Have you been to a concert there?
Have I been to a concert?
There.
Oh, there.
There.
I was gonna say no. I've visited.
Is 38 Special still touring?
Legend Valley. Hey, back in the day.
Everybody's visited. Yeah, that was. I missed the Deadheads. That was a good time around here.
Oh yeah.
When the Deadheads would come around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I mean, Legend Valley. Ever since they shut that venue up at Polaris because of the sound decibels up there.
Yeah.
They shut them down. It just boomed.
Well,
Legend
they got
Valley
Top Golf and an IKEA there now.
Do they? Okay.
There went the sound.
Yeah.
But no, we don't have. I mean, I think you have to go to Dayton to really get a good outdoor. I mean, the LC's okay, but it's a small venue.
To get an outdoor venue?
Yeah.
Legend Valley.
They don't do the main concerts anymore. They do the weekend stuff and the camping and all that. They do like...
they do some main.
No, not like... They don't do like... Name me a name. Like, they do country.
You think?
Yeah. They don't do it like they do. Back in the day, you would see Motley Crue touring with Motley Crue and Bon Jovi together.
Who's
Bon
that?
Jovi and Poison.
Who's that guy that sings Margaritaville?
Jimmy Buffett?
He comes out there.
Oh, come on, man. When's the last time Jimmy Buffett's been there? They do like what Land of the Lost. What are they called? Lost Lands and stuff like that. Yeah. They do the weekend stuff. That probably makes them a ton of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, the insurances and stuff for the main acts that come out. I mean, if you get Metallica in there, that'd be awesome, dude. Can you imagine going to a Metallica concert at Legend? I'm sure they played Legend Valley. I like that. I like Insane Clown Posse.
I think we're scheduled to go to a concert next month, actually.
Where at?
It's in Lancaster at the fairgrounds.
Oh, is that which one?
Rick Springfield's
I'd love
playing
to go
with
see Rick Springfield.
with an orchestra.
That's gonna be, dude. That's gonna make you feel so old.
You think?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I told you in Pickerington when I'm gone that weekend, so 17th and stuff like that. They've got all the hair bands are gonna be there, like Cinderella, Rat.
At Lancaster?
No, Pickerington.
Pickerington.
Yeah. They got a whole festival, and I might end up having to pay to go see Cinderella, huh? Pickapalooza. That's it. Yeah.
There you go.
He's on it, man. He knows everything music going on right now. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen Garage Bands live here on YouTube, you should go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
Am I getting that right?
I think so. You're getting better at this thing. He's going to take over Chase's world.
Yeah.
Ron's done with window cleaning.
I'll be his manager.
Well, we really we got to find this medium thing for you and I. You and I haven't talked a lot this week. So when we finally get together, it just goes whoosh.
Yeah.
Now we're talking sports, we're talking concerts.
Well, I mean, we had a venue tonight, and I think you started talking football.
It happens every time, dude.
I'm like,
Go
okay.
football. What's going on? Is the series over for the NBA?
No.
Or has it got Game 7 coming?
I think Boston's looking for Game 7 if they win. Is that tonight?
I don't know.
You don't listen to Sirius Radio, do you?
But dude, that's so old and ancient.
It keeps me updated. I know about the NBA, not you.
I cut off cable. I just haven't had time to look at anything. I haven't even really looked at my phone much today.
Well, speaking of old school stuff, I'm sitting there, that Sorbo CD that you gave me, I'm still trying to figure out how to make my 8-track play that.
You're going to have to burn that to your CD, or burn it to your computer, download it to your computer, whatever.
Well, I got it in my van, and I thought every vehicle still had a CD
Mine
player.
does not, no.
This van doesn't, because I'm filling around, and I'm like, this doesn't have a CD player. But, I mean, it has the Bluetooth capability to play stuff.
Yeah, you just have to burn it to your computer, put it over on your phone, you'll be good to go.
Yeah. That's technology.
You'll be good to go. Dude, 3 days later, your hair's all frazzled. Computer's out the window.
My house is burnt down where I'm trying to burn it. I'm like, well, okay.
Oh, man. So, yeah, we went no marketing. Well, we did a little marketing, but well, the whole purpose of the marketing, I've got this. He was on vacation this week. I was trying to get Josh Crabtree in here with the Krabby's soft wash that we have running around town. Overnight, like 2 years, he became the biggest thing in town, and it was because of his marketing. So I'm going to set that up to where we bring him in.
He does mainly Facebook, doesn't he?
He does a lot of Facebook, but his vehicle alone attracts attention. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Put letters on your vehicle and...
Well, it's not that. It's just a different kind of vehicle. You know what I mean? I think he hauls his own water and stuff and everything.
Is it like a spaceship? I mean...
No.
Different kind of vehicle.
It's not a truck.
Oh, it's not a truck.
No. It's like a I don't know. I'll show you a picture.
Man, you're painting me a picture of that. Where's that guitar at?
Dude.
It's a long day, isn't it?
It's been a long day. So
Holy
speaking
cow.
of which, I guess, you know what? This has been episode 11. We will be back for episode 12. And we'll try to stay on topic this
And whatever
time.
topic he picks out. Chase, do you have
We
the
won't
ability...
talk football.
Do you have the ability to do left channel, right channel? I think we'll let him babble and drool over on the left channel and put me on the right, and I'll stay on topic. I swear I will.
But, yeah, we'll come back and I want to get him in. I want to get a couple other people in. We'll talk about that off the air. So,
Wow.
And I'm 4 weeks out.
Holy cow, I just noticed that you trimmed half the gray off.
Oh, my beard's again.
Yeah, it got hot, didn't
Dude,
it?
it got hot. Hey, I think I'm on a streak. I don't think I've had the same shirt on this whole time. I got a
Really?
new window cleaning shirt.
Where you get that at?
It was Craig Hensel did a Lewis had I think he had a heart attack. is what I think it was. I don't know the whole story. I'm still piecing it together. I was looking it up on my way here. But
see, you get all the cool stuff. I mean, I'm still pretty upset, and I'm not upset.
Well, this was
I'm jealous that Sorbo got a hold of you and not me. So I mean,
I've been talking to Sorbo since 2018.
Well, I mean, that's beside the point.
But this it was a fundraiser he had.
Okay.
He had a certain amount of them, $50 donation or something like that. Got a shirt. And he sent a bunch of cool pictures or stickers and stuff like that too. I got one of them was a nude one. I think I got to send that one back. But no, Craig's a good dude, man. So he puts together a lot of charities for when guys get down.
Yeah.
This things that like when you fell in 2003. There's a whole community and programs now with all these distributors and stuff to where you get a little help.
Really?
Yeah.
They wasn't around in 2003.
No, and that's what's cool about us, watching the industry evolve into, taking care of their own and stuff. Speaking of which, I had to do a WCR order. Have you done? Do you know if they're? I hear Ed-Ray is out, running low, or gone, or is that true?
I mean, the channels is the brass channels is gone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they've replenished or not, but
I'll have to check it out.
I know some rubbers was gone.
Yeah. I see Mario had to order from ABC to get Ed-Ray, I believe, is what I seen on one of the groups today.
But see, that's a different philosophy that you and I have. You order like a month at a time, don't you?
Yeah.
I see in the spring, I basically order for the whole year.
Yeah.
And that way I have stock.
Well, I've got to order tonight.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I have it. Because, it's a busy week.
I mean, I got stuff to sell you, but I got to make a profit. I mean,
I'm not buying enough
think
either.
Maybe like 100% markup.
All right, this is episode 11. We'll see you guys back here next Tuesday for episode 12. And
He can
see ya.
count. Peace.